going on, Bills fans, and anyone else who might be watching this video? I'm back again for another round of miscellaneous Buffalo Bills talk. Before I get into anything, just want to throw I usually throw it at the end, so I'm going to throw my Twitter handle out there right away. I wish I could put something on here, but this Mac is outdated and it won't let me update anything, so I can't put anything on the screen. But, and I'm too cheap to buy Final Cut. So there we go. At GTorlone. It's the same as my username for YouTube. It's like in this area. Right around there. That's my Twitter handle. You guys can follow me on there. You shoot me questions. Guys, do that. I always answer. I don't have that many followers. But maybe I will someday. That said, it's 2 weeks before the draft. About who's excited? This guy. Pretty sure you are too, or you wouldn't be watching this. So let's just jump right into it. The Bills, the 10th pick overall. What do they do with it? Well, they don't really need a guy like Courtney Upshaw or like Whitney Merciless. Nick Perry even. They don't need guys like that. Why? Because we have Mario Williams. And Mark Anderson. And Chris Kelsey. And Alex Carrington. We don't need a defensive end. That's over. So that dream is gone. It's funny how like one player just completely shifts the focus of the draft. What do we need? Receiver. Offensive tackle. Could probably still use a shutdown corner. Maybe a linebacker? To go, a nice young guy that we can groom with Barnett and Morrison. Stick him in there with Shepard. Have a nice young solid core. That's one way of thinking. Let's just see where do we think teams are going to go before us. I'll do a mock. Somebody asked me to do it. I guess I'll do maybe a top 10. Maybe a first round. We'll see how that goes. But the Colts, Luck, Redskins, Griffin, Vikings trying to trade that pick, but is Matt Khalil sliding down boards? Like, is he the obvious pick there? I mean, if Matt Khalil starts sliding, I think the Bills need to consider going up to get him because they really do need a left tackle. You can say what you want about Chris Hairston, and maybe he showed signs of starter capability. That said, I don't think that he is maybe he is the long-term answer. But wouldn't you rather have sort of a sure thing rather than a fourth-round pick? No disrespect to Chris Hairston. Just a left tackle. Covering the blind side. Had an injury last year, struggled at times, still getting his feet wet. What if he gets hurt? What happens then? Demetris would be the proper name. Demetris Bell is gone with the Eagles. Just like our other young prodigy left tackle, Jason Peters. Our late round or undrafted pick who everyone thought was going to be insanely good. Most of you did. And now he's gone. So let's forget about that. But like, what if a guy like Khalil falls? Let's say the Vikings pass or trade the pick and like Tannehill goes. And then the Browns are like, well, we want Trent Richardson. And then the Bucks take like Claiborne. And the Rams take Blackman. And the Jaguars take a guy like, I don't know, they sign Laurent Robinson. Maybe Melvin Ingram from South Carolina. Maybe the Dolphins take Tannehill if he's there. You know, what if Khalil just slides down this board? I mean, I feel like it could happen. I think if he's there, he's duh, no-brainer. But after that, who's the next best tackle? You look at guys like Riley Reif, who probably isn't worth the 10th overall pick, but has the talent to play left tackle in the NFL. A lot of people are mocking Riley Reef to the Bills. It's not sexy, 10th overall, but it is what it is. That said, Buddy Nick said that they won't take a player just to fill a need. But if it's a guy like Khalil at 10th overall, who's the best tackle in the draft, duh. But I don't think the Bills will take like Riley Reef or Jonathan Martin 10th overall just to take him. If they really like him, they will. I don't think they'll just fill, like you said, they'll just fill the need. I wouldn't be opposed to trading down, to be honest with you, unless they want like a Michael Floyd there, which is another possibility. Floyd, solid receiver. If Blackman falls, that would just be great. I don't care about your speed. I do care about your speed to a point, but the dude just knows how to get to the ball, knows how to get open, runs routes. Just the best pass catcher available in the draft. Floyd, also a good player. Wouldn't necessarily be opposed to him. He's climbing boards pretty quick because we just need somebody alongside Johnson. As good a season as Johnson's had the last 2 years, I feel like putting somebody next to him is... How would that, be detrimental to the offense? It wouldn't. It would help. And that's what we need to do. We help the defense. Let's help the offense a little bit. If a player like Floyd is there and you want him, take it. I don't know if the Bills are so high on him, but we'll see. Well, we'll see when the pick comes up. It's so tough to project what's going to happen because it's the draft and crazy things happen all the time. And the Bills sitting at 10, like, is anybody worth 10th overall? Unless it's Khalil. Like, Reef's not, Jonathan Martin's not. I see Cordy Glenn from Georgia getting mocked there by guys like Joe Biscaglia from GR. And a lot of people think that because he's huge, 6'5", 345 pounds, he's, your prototypical tackle. He's versatile. Let's read a little bit about him over here. Yeah. Prototypical. There we go. Prototypical measurements. By far the prototype. This is all Joe Biscaglia, by the way. He likes him better than Reef and Martin. And he comes from the SEC, where Chan Gailey has a history, so that could be a possibility at 10. Like I said before, I wouldn't be entirely opposed to trading down to get more picks. I do think like a guy like, if you really like Jonathan Martin, you don't want to take him at 10, slide down the board a little bit. Get some more ammo for later. Maybe you can come up next year and get somebody better. That's what Bill Belichick does. The guy has like 2 first-round picks every year, it seems. Or like 10 picks in the first 2 days. And he doesn't keep them. He just keeps trading them. And it works. They don't have a wealth of talent, but they have a good quarterback, and they get to the Super Bowl and win it. But it's an interesting method that not many other teams do, and he just seems to have it perfected. He calls people up, they make trades, good things happen. Patriots get more picks. Like, who makes these deals? I wonder sometimes. And then he trades a 4th rounder for Randy Moss 5 years ago. Crazy. Like, I just got one of these lying around, 4th round pick. How about Randy Moss? Thank you, Oakland. They didn't win the Super Bowl that year either. Thank God. But you get my point. Back to the Bills. I'm so sick of the Patriots. So sick of them. Belichick this. Nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. Jets, Rex Ryan. Nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. Who cares about the Dolphins? I'll be shocked if they're good. I will be shocked. Absolutely floored if the Dolphins are a good team. I'm not saying the Bills are going to be better than I feel like the Bills should be better than them. That's not a guarantee. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but I feel like the Bills should be better than the Dolphins. We have David Garrard. They traded their best receiver, despite the fact that he beats women. Well, actually, that's a pretty good reason to trade him. So, poor choice of words on my part. But that's a pretty good reason to trade him. Like, their defense is suspect. They're terrible. They're terrible. They got the 8th pick. Maybe they can do something better with it. But we better beat them this year. How did they beat us? Oh, my God. Bad memories. Poor memories. Twice. They killed us. Reggie Bush ran for 200 yards. Oh, my God. Sorry. This is a draft video. So focusing on the draft. Who's visited? A couple of those tackles. Ryan Tannehill. What's up with that? That can't be the pick. It can't be. I don't care if he falls to 10. It can't be him. Tannehill looks good. And everyone, like McShay's like, oh, he can sit, somebody will groom him. Listen, nobody's going to take him in the top 5 and let him ride the pine. He's going to go out there and possibly fall flat on his face. Like Ryan Leaf Tannehill. Could happen. He could make me eat my words. I just don't think he's going to be drafted in the position to where it's like he can just sit back, hold the clipboard, and learn. He's just not going to be in that spot. Trent Richardson came. Please, Jesus God, no. Let's just, no. 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 That can't happen. It won't happen. Just no. We're not even going to discuss it. Trent Richardson, the answer is no. We could use a corner, like Dre Kirkpatrick maybe. Solid player. Wouldn't be upset with the pick. We have a lot of corners on his team, but it would be nice to have somebody who could go along with Aaron Williams. McKelvin, probably gone after this year. He's a contract year. Might even get cut. Who knows? Florence, contract year. McGee, restructured contract. Can't stay healthy. So we got to keep all these things in mind. If Morris Claiborne falls, I'd take him too. I don't care that he got a 6 out of 50 on the Wonderlic test. How smart are you? Whatever. This defense. You don't need to be smart to figure out a defense, really. Now, that came off wrong. But you need to be smart. But you need to have football smarts. I don't care if the guy can't tell what should come next in the line. 3, 9, 27, 81. Don't care. He's not doing math. All he needs to do is just add up interceptions and passes defended and tackles. Whatever. But he's still dumb as a post. And that's fine. Fine by me. So what have we learned today? The Bills could go in a multitude of directions in the draft. And I just trying to analyze it for you, but it's tough to predict. Do we go Riley Reif, Jonathan Martin? Do we trade down? Do we go up and get Khalil if he slides? Does he come to us? Do we just annihilate the fan base by taking Trent Richardson, or if he falls, or Ryan Tannehill? Or do we go with a corner? Maybe we go with a linebacker like Luke Kuechly from Boston College, who's like possibly Paul Posluszny, but possibly Brian Urlacher. Maybe we go get, like I said, Kirkpatrick, Claiborne, Michael Floyd, Justin Blackmon if he comes down. The possibilities are endless, people. That's why it's the NFL draft. And that's why we watch it, because we're excited. And we can't wait. It's 2 weeks away. Tune in. I'll have a post-draft video. That's a guarantee. Probably going to do a mock. Stay tuned for that. You guys can rip me up all you want or agree with me. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Facebook. All that stuff. I appreciate you coming this far because it's been 15 minutes and there's really only one answer. You guys must really love the Buffalo Bills. So I will see you all later, and as always, Go Bills.